In the renewable energy business, when spatial footprints of the plants are not negligible, entering into a territory creates a disturbance to which all the elements of the system, the different stakeholders, public, private or collective, react. And in many cases, such a phenomenon had generated conflicts. On the contrary, if conceived in a more modern, responsible way, the presence of the renewable energy business can become a relevant tool for local sustainability, transforming the disturbance into a chance of development. How is this possible? This certainly happens when the company acknowledges its wealth comes from the lands and the people that live where the plants are. And therefore, the same company is ready to partner with the local community on a group of both business and non-business initiatives. In practice, this virtuous relationship occurs when a set of three streams are taken into consideration. They are listening to the needs of the territory and to the needs of its communities, involving local workforce and enterprises in the company business, devote a share of business profits with the communities. In this way, the company becomes an agent or catalyst of local development. And at the same time, it receives from the local community a social license to operate. According to their size, sector segments, and general way of doing business, companies can have different impacts on a territory. A company can generate an overall socio-economic development thanks to the creation of jobs for local people, a positive impact for business opportunities of local companies, a greater attractiveness of the territory in the eyes of investors. Partnering with local communities can help the company in maximizing its effect and in establishing priority action for sustainable local development. Let's see more in detail how companies can partner with local communities in structuring an action plan for local socio-economic development. Listening to the needs of the territory and its community means, at the first place, to outline the geographic area affected by the project and to evaluate the social impact that the infrastructural project may generate. Where do we start from? The collection of socio-economic data and the consultation of local stakeholders, including local communities, using participatory techniques and targeted questionnaires, provides a first input about the social impact of the energy development. The elements to take into consideration in this process are population, demographic movement, economic climate, management of natural resources and land use, community organization and local institutions, infrastructures and social services, vulnerable groups, cultural heritage, employment and work. A social action plan is then defined to include different types of measures and possible steps to mitigate negative aspects. Such measures, often called benefit schemes, can support a wide range of local initiatives, depending on the needs revealed by the community. These may include culture, social impact, infrastructure, education, environmental protection, sustainable energy, among other themes. The presence of a company on a territory is more easily welcomed if it enhances business and creates job opportunities for local populations. Opening projects to local suppliers is a win-win measure with an overall benefit to the local economy. Having on-site supplier is also an advantage for the company that can reduce logistic costs. Furthermore, the company should actively promote new local employment opportunities in all phases of the plant life cycle, from construction to management and decommissioning. Also through specific agreements with different suppliers, such as those providing technology, services or civil works. To ensure that necessary talents and technical skills are available on the territory, the company can partner with schools, academies and training centers in creating educational and capacity building programs. This process can lead over time to create skilled workforce ready to exploit the job opportunities originated by the renewable energy business. The creation of concrete financial opportunities for local communities around energy infrastructure is an effective way to actively involve local populations. In which way energy projects can become profitable for local communities? Community participation can be developed by opening the investment onto wind farms to local individuals. Many tools are available to serve this purpose. Crowdfunding, community cooperatives, collective shareholding, co-ownership, to mention some. This action leads to share part of the energy business profits with the local community once the energy infrastructure is established. Recently, the first community ownership projects have been launched in Italy as well. A pioneering initiative has been launched by Edison, which has started a crowdfunding campaign to involve local communities living around an hydroelectric dam in the financing of the infrastructure. Finally, focusing on preserving the environmental quality of the vicinities and minimizing the impact of the renewable energy activities is nowadays an indispensable aspect of a business approach. At first sight, 4 are the main pillars of an environmental responsible practice: minimizing the contamination of air, water, soil and groundwater, protecting biodiversity, controlling noise pollution, optimize the use of scarce resources. Environmental performances are mostly regulated by law. Therefore, respecting legal limits and thresholds gives the results of a correct practice. But a more forward-looking approach implies to go beyond what prescribed by the regulation. In this sense, a company can leverage on the relationship with its supplier and impose a more environmentally stringent procurement process. This process has also a very strong cultural dimension.